The police often crave power and authority, and they frequently target people who they believe do not know how to defend their own rights. But what happens when they misjudge who they're dealing with? Here are some of the most interesting cases of cops who realized they couldn't escape justice after they went too far with their awful behavior. Nothing's worse than dealing with racist cops. Let's talk about this one incident where a cop approached a guy right in the parking lot of the station. He grabbed the guy's hand and decided to arrest him, just like that, without giving any kind of explanation whatsoever. When the guy stood up for himself and asked why he was being treated this way, the cop just claimed that he fit the description of someone they were looking for, someone who was supposedly eyeing other cars suspiciously. First off, the cop made this judgment without any real evidence or investigation. He jumped to a conclusion based purely on racial profiling. Secondly, even if the guy was looking at other cars, that in itself is not a crime, and it's definitely not a valid reason to arrest anyone. But here's that kicker. The cop thought this whole scene was unfolding on private property, which it wasn't.
You're about to get a lawsuit.
You fit the description.
You have no
Red t-shirt,
legal
white
right.
shorts.
You have no legal right
Call that you're looking at
to
people's
put your
cars.
hands on me.
Sir.
This
Sir.
is an assault.
Sir.
What's your name and badge number?
Sir, can you please turn around?
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Sidoti, 190.
You're about to get
What's
a lawsuit.
Your name, sir?
You're
Sir,
about to
what
get
is
a
your
lawsuit.
name?
You have no legal right to ask me my name.
Sir, we got to
Or
call
to
that
put
you're
your
looking
hands
at
on
people's
me.
vehicles. We got to call that you're looking at people's vehicles.
You're about to get a lawsuit.
All right, and you won't identify yourself. You wouldn't stop, and you're on
You have
private
no
property.
legal right to identify me.
We got to call that he was looking at people's vehicles, and you wouldn't stop.
This character saw me up on the hill exercising, going through the lot. He started his car. He was up there sleeping or reading or something. Follow me
We
down
got to call that he was looking at
and
people's
stop
cars.
me over here. I exercise here every day.
Okay. I'm
He
here.
put
almost
his
every day,
hands
and
on me
I've never
with
seen
no
that.
legal reason.
We got to call that.
I
you're
got it
looking at
on
people's
film.
Okay.
What's your name, officer?
Officer
What-
Buchanan.
Look, he has no reason to ID me. No legal reason. You all about to get a huge lawsuit. I got him on camera assaulting for no legal reason. What is your name again?
I have one Garfield unit up here.
Y'all gonna find out. You saw him assaulting when you walked up. Am I right?
Honestly, don't need.
Absolutely. You did.
Sir, I just need your IDs.
You're
right now.
about you
got-
escalated this thing
Sir,
into
sir, we
no,
have.
we're not going backwards. You escalated it. We're not going back. This is a lawsuit now.
Okay. All right.
This is a
Sir,
lawsuit.
we got a call that you're.
And I'm
looking at
suing
people's
you
vehicles.
personally
We got a call
for
that
putting
you're
your
looking at
hands on.
people's vehicles.
You didn't see me
We got a call.
look in anybody's vehicle.
we
What
got
did
a
you
call
see
that
me
you're
doing?
looking at people's vehicles.
Talk to them.
We got a
Tell
call
me
that
you
you're
saw
looking
me
at
not
people's vehicles.
doing nothing illegal.
We got a call that you're looking.
I'm
at
dressed to exercise. I do this every day.
190.
Ask anybody, any of your staff. See,
The guy, clearly upset, told the cop he was going to file a battery charge against him for putting his hands on him without any valid reason. But the cop didn't seem to care and just kept on escalating the situation by pulling on his arm even harder. Then another cop showed up, and when he saw his colleague holding on to this guy, his reaction was quite telling. You could see a kind of sadness in his eyes. It was like he immediately understood the whole situation, that this guy was being targeted simply because of his skin color, and he felt a real sympathy for him. Now you'd hope that a not-so-bad cop would stand up against such wrongful actions by another cop, right? Yet despite his sympathy, this second cop didn't do a damn thing to stop his colleague. His inaction kind of puts him in the same boat as the first cop, the one who grabbed the guy for no good reason in the first place.
CPD's got a big lawsuit now.
We
You're
got
gonna
a call
pay
that
me.
we were looking through people's vehicles. So
That's
I'm
no
responding to the
reason.
call. I'm
That's
responding
no
to the
reason for you to put your hands on me.
call. You wouldn't
and
identify. You wouldn't stop and
you
talk to
gave
You
me
wouldn't
no
identify yourself,
legal
so you're on
reason.
private property.
Name a legal reason.
1090, sir.
You should have thought this out before escalating it.
You can repeat your traffic. I'm on the
Y'all got, get Garfield here. I'm staying here now. This is a police report, and you're liable.
We got a call.
This is a police report now. It's all on film.
He's on
No,
camera.
bruh, we're not going backwards from here. I'm sorry. Nothing personal against you.
Okay.
He should have never put his hands on me. I have a legal right to defend myself when you do it. Either that badge does not give you the right. It does not give you the right to put your hands on me.
I got a call that you're looking at
You
people's
questioned me
vehicles.
about it. What did I say?
And I have.
What did I say?
You too. When I'm
You don't
speaking
have
with
you-
You're on private property.
You don't have name the legal right that I have to identify, and I committed no
What's your
crime.
reason of being here?
And I committed no crime. I told
What's your
you
reason of being
several
here?
times.
Exercising.
I'm here
right?
every day. Every day. I didn't have a problem until today. I've been doing this ever since the weather's been warm enough.
You're on clinic property.
That's your problem, and you got an even bigger problem, buddy, for putting your hands on me.
You have
All
no
right, let's
Cleveland
see if this
Clinic
stands up in court.
business. You have no Cleveland Clinic business.
Let's see
And
if
you're
this
on private
stands up in court. Continue to escalate it. I'm gonna wait till Garfield gets here. And I'm gonna file a police report. You got a lawsuit coming.
I'm making one anyway.
Absolutely. Let's see how it stands up legally. I know my rights.
Okay.
Apparently you don't. You can't just grab people up.
Sir.
You can't grab people up on a say-so. You didn't see me. You observed me for at least 45 seconds to a minute, doing what I was doing when you stopped me and questioned me, and I confirmed what you saw, irrespective of what someone.
As if the initial encounter with those cops wasn't bad enough, more cops showed up and surrounded the guy. They acted like they were dealing with the most wanted criminal out there, but really, this guy was just exercising his constitutional rights. Despite his protests to the new cops about how the first cop grabbed him by the arm and dragged him around, they didn't see any problem with it and sided with their colleague. It seems most cops stick together when they feel threatened by someone who knows the law better than they do. And when they do unite, becoming a larger group, they somehow feel stronger.
And I explained to him,
Like you know,
irrespective of you getting a call,
Yeah.
you have to articulate what crime I've committed that I have to ID. I know my rights.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing? You Garfield?
Please, yeah, I'm Garfield.
My name is Keith Golston.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You might know my mother's name.
Probably. Yeah.
They talk about Ernie there. She was the first black dispatcher ever, head dispatcher at Garfield Heights Police Department. I grew up here.
Okay.
I want to file a police report. I got this guy on film assaulting me without probable cause, grabbing me, trying to twist my arm behind my back, putting his hands on me. Whatever this officer's name is, I'm filing a police report on.
What's your name again?
I was doing nothing illegal. I do this every day.
Yeah, what's your name again so I can address you?
My name is Keith Golston.
Keith Golston. Okay.
I'm a resident here.
Yeah, you know what yes, you have a right to do what you need to do, but this is a clinic, which means it's private. So if they ask you to do something, you gotta listen to
No.
them.
Let's test that legally. If he can put his hands on me without probable cause,
Well-
anywhere in the continental United States.
No, this.
If he
no.
can put his hands on me, this is the issue. I answered his question.
Okay.
He didn't observe me doing anything but exercising.
Well,
Where
they
he
have a
observed me here.
Y'all let me talk.
He didn't see me looking in any cars or doing something illegal. My point is this: he has no legal right, therefore, to put his hands on me or impede my progress, let alone ID me for a suspicion. Let's test that it's gonna get tested legal.
Well, see, sir, this is a private.
Nah, I don't want to,
Hold
bruh.
on.
It don't.
You're not even supposed
Bruh,
to be filming here.
bruh.
It's just like if I went to your house
Brother.
and you text me.
Nah, this is you
understand
don't
what
know
you're
what
saying.
you're talking about because
Don't tell me
he's
I don't know
claiming
what
you
I'm talking
don't.
about.
You don't know what you're talking about. He just claimed that this was private property.
It is private property. Which
Yeah.
means you have to do what they ask you to do.
No, I
Yes, you
do
do.
not.
Yes, you
I
do.
have to
If I
legally.
went to your
I'm
house-
legally required.
Okay.
You're required legally to obey the law.
You can't use this as a gym.
Hey, look.
I understand what you're saying. I do.
That's why I said.
And you know what's the worst part? The backup cops who arrived were fully aware of the situation, yet they still sided with the racist cop. One of them even supported the claim that the guy was on private property, making a silly comparison about not being comfortable with someone filming his house. But of course, this wasn't anyone's house, it was a government building. Considering that the man complained multiple times about being grabbed, one of the backup cops even said the cops have every right to do such a thing. Look, dickhead, you don't. Just because they have tools and authority doesn't mean they're in the right. This cop didn't stop there, though. He claimed the guy was warned to leave and that if he didn't, he would be charged with resisting. Great.
Says you don't know what you're talking about. I'm filing a lawsuit.
You cannot film.
No, I can do anything I want to do, man.
This is a private
Yes, I
property.
can.
You're not supposed to be filming here.
Stop me then.
Well, see, that's where you go wrong. You can't. If I went to your house and you asked me not
Stop.
to do
This
something,
is not my house.
Whatever.
We're outside
it doesn't matter. The same
in the
if-
public.
If it's your property, then you got a right.
Whatever his name is, I'm filing a lawsuit for assault and battery. I got it on film, brother.
Okay.
What's your name?
Lou?
Lou.
You can call me Lou.
Badge number
27.
and your last name, Lou.
Young.
Young.
I can only give you one or either or. I can
All right.
give you all of them.
All right.
So these guys, they have a right to talk to you.
They don't have. He doesn't have a right to put his hands on me, bro. We were all right when we were talking.
I don't know what lead to that, but
I'll tell you
what
what.
lead to that? Why he?
I'll tell you what.
You know?
I can save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'm pressing charges. I want to file a police report.
For what?
He assaulted me. I got it on film.
How he assaulted you? That's
Absolutely.
what I'm asking you. How?
He grabbed my arm.
Yeah, they're allowed to do that because
No,
if you
no,
walk away from
hey,
them,
bruh.
if he's ask you,
Bro, let's file the police report.
well, these guys have the right to file a criminal
All right.
trespass on you.
All
They
right.
can do that.
Well, they can do that.
Yeah, but
and,
if you walk,
and I'm suing.
Okay.
How about that?
if you
Let's
walk
see
away,
what stands up in court.
So if this guy,
Bruh.
if this officer asks you to leave and you don't leave, that's a crime because they're going to be criminal trespass.
He didn't
It's
ask me to
private.
leave.
It's a
He
private
didn't ask me to leave.
place,
You're making
okay?
stuff up now.
I'm not. That's why
Bruh,
I asked you.
Do you have a supervisor here?
Yeah, we do have.
Okay, let me file a report with your supervisor.
We're not filing a police report. There's
Yeah,
there's no
call your
crime.
supervisor.
If you want to, you can call
Call
the
your
station.
Call your
Call
supervisor
the
here.
station and talk.
Mr. Golston.
Call your supervisor here.
Golston. Here's how we're gonna do this. You just want him off the property? Yeah.
I was leaving the property when he assaulted me.
Okay. If you want to file a complaint, you can file a complaint with Cleveland Clinic Police Department.
No, I want to file a criminal complaint. You guys are the reporting officers.
No,
I
we're
want to
not.
file.
This is Cleveland
This
Clinic.
is-
If
they're-
you
they're
want,
Did he call you?
yeah, they called
They're
us.
called
Y'all
us.
don't have no jurisdiction.
That's that. They are police department.
They're their own police department. So if you
What kind of report are you guys gonna file?
Obviously, this cop didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, and he didn't understand what trespassing meant either. But then again, what else do you expect from a dirty cop? He was wrong from the very start because to charge someone with that, you need to be on private property, and this guy was on public property the whole freaking time. Can you imagine how these situations unfold? It's like the moment one cop makes a move, the rest follow suit like stupid lemmings without a question, even when it's clear they're in the wrong. It makes you wonder how these dynamics work internally and how often this kind of thing happens without the public ever knowing.
You got to make a report.
We're
For,
not making a report.
no,
y'all can just go anywhere you want to.
we don't have to make a
We
report.
can just make a report for.
If you want to file,
We'll find out. We'll find out about that.
They are
if you want to
legally
file a
police
complaint,
department.
if you want to file,
Where's the supervisor for
My-
Cleveland Clinic Police
right now
Department?
it's me, but my supervisor's at home.
What is his name?
Marcus Grandpa.
Marcus Grandpa. Do you have a
My
number
sergeant.
for him?
That's my sergeant.
Sergeant Marcus Grandpa. Do you have a number for him?
You can call my dispatch and you can.
Who is here today besides you that I can make a report about this incident?
My partner, but
Let's get him here.
he's not a supervisor. He's right here. Right behind him.
What's your name, sir? We can talk now.
All right, what's going on, bro?
You heard what's going
Yeah, I
on.
heard what's going on.
Right.
All right. So do you want Marcus's number?
Now I'm gonna get something legally on paper right now. This is all on film.
Do you want to write it down on a statement, or you may just write this down now? I'm gonna get your statements like that. Want me to go do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You come with me.
Now I have business on the property, right? Now I'm talking to him.
I don't know what's going on, man. So when he just grabbed you and stuff like that,
Absolutely.
that's crazy.
I stopped and I talked to him and I let him know exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, I probably problem about that happening though. I just wish,
We're gonna take it through the proper channels.
Now imagine you're just chilling at home and suddenly there's a knock on your door. It's some cops and they're looking for someone who doesn't even live at your place. Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to this man. A cop knocked on his door and asked if a certain woman lived there. He told them no, she didn't live there, but the cop insisted he was gonna have to search the house to check anyways. The man standing his ground asked the cops to show him the search warrant. The cop said he had a warrant for the woman's arrest. Okay, but that's not the same as a search warrant for this man's house, right? The man kept repeating that she wasn't there and that she wasn't even alive anymore. But one of the cops made a snarky comment saying they heard him the first time. Well, if that's the case, then why are they still there, lingering on his doorstep? I mean, it's baffling why some cops think they can just walk up to someone's door and demand to come inside. Just because they had an arrest warrant for someone else doesn't give them the right to search other people's homes. They act like they have all the authority in the world. The man tried his best to protect his civil rights, but it was tough given the number of cops standing in front of his house. But believe it or not, that wasn't even the worst of it all. These cops completely disregarded the minimum 6-foot distance rule, crowding around and making the situation even more intimidating for everyone involved.
What can I do for you?
looking for Alyssa Clark.
She's not here, buddy.
She has four.
She's not here. She doesn't live here. So.
Okay, she has 4 warrants, and this address is listed on the warrants.
She doesn't live here, buddy. So.
Why are you shaking?
I'm not shaking, buddy.
Are you
I
nervous
just got up. I just got up. You see, I just woke up.
Okay.
I just got up. Can you back up off my door a little bit, man? Give me 6 feet. 6 feet. 6 feet.
No.
6 feet. Okay, well, let me close my door then.
You're not closing the door.
Well, 6 feet, buddy.
Okay.
6 feet. Hold on.
We're going to go check to see if she's
No,
in here.
you're not coming in here.
This is her address.
No, this is not her address.
That's
she does not live
listed on
here.
the warrant.
She does not live here.
It doesn't matter.
Well, she doesn't live here.
Then you need
She
to...
doesn't live here. Back up, buddy. Give me 6 feet. She doesn't live here.
Okay.
She doesn't live here. She doesn't live here.
I heard you the first
Okay, well, God, you ain't getting it.
time. Okay.
She doesn't live here.
We're going to make sure she's not here.
Do you have reasonable articulable
We have warrants for her arrest.
Well, she doesn't live here.
Okay. Well,
Where's
I need
the
you
warrant?
to get out of the way.
Where's the warrant for my house? There's no warrant for here.
No.
No,
There's
she
a
doesn't live here.
warrant with this
She doesn't
address
live here.
listed.
Well,
So we
she
do
doesn't
have
live
a
here.
warrant.
She doesn't live here. Where's the warrant at? Let me see the f***ing warrant. If you don't have it, get the f*** off my property.
Don't be spitting at me.
I'm fighting with all my sisters, so I'm looking for her.
Hey, where's Alyssa at?
I'm fighting with her, so
Is she in
She
here?
doesn't f***ing live here. I told you
I'm fighting
that.
with her.
So
Okay.
back up off my house.
You want to hold the door?
No, there ain't no holding the door. There's no holding the doors. I told you she doesn't live here. Where's the f***ing warrant?
I'm going to go print it out.
Well, go print
Give
it
me
out.
a second.
Go print it out. And the warrant has to be for this house, this address, not a body warrant.
And we explained why we're.
And I explained that she's not here. So can you please move on?
He was going to get you a copy of this.
All right, name and badge number.
Officer Ben Weideman, 820. You know
Oh,
who I
Ben.
am.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're the rights violator, aren't you? Touching my son. And touching my son. You gonna do it again?
Okay.
You want to touch my son again? You want to touch my son again?
Oh my gosh. Kiran Kier. KK. Anyways, Alyssa Clark has 4 warrants. 1 being a felony, 3 being gross misdemeanor, body only.
The cop then pointed out that the address where the woman was registered was the same as where the man lived. It turns out this woman was a friend of his wife or something, and although they had spoken to her 5 days ago, she definitely wasn't at their house. Things escalated when one of the cops tried to grab the man's son, which understandably drove the man over the edge. No one has the right to touch a child, period. But the situation got even worse. These cops decided to arrest the man simply because he was defending his family. They were originally there looking for a woman named Alyssa and kept explaining in the police car that she had several warrants out for her arrest. The man made it clear that he wasn't interested in their reasons for looking for Alyssa since they didn't have any warrants to search his house.
I'm explaining you. This is her address she listed. She has multiple felony warrants. We're trying to locate her.
She's not here.
Okay. When was the last time you seen her?
I haven't seen her since she's been in the hospital.
In Fargo, or?
Yeah, she was in Fargo. So that's the last time I know that my girl even talked to her.
Okay. And
How long ago was that?
That was like 4 or 5 days ago.
okay. Okay. Well, if you hear from her, just let us know.
Hey, I don't like that guy.
Okay.
All right, you know what? He already violated my son's rights. I don't like that guy. I don't want him back over here.
Okay. Well, I'm just.
Well, I'm letting you know that.
Okay, and I know.
And I'm letting you know that that guy already violated my son's rights. 5-year-old's kid, searching him and stuff without no permission. He already did it. I don't like that guy. I don't want him back up here.
Okay.
So if you want to get anything out of me, talk to me or anything, don't let him come back up here.
Okay. So we'll just. That's all I'm saying. If you hear from her, you need to let her know she needs to contact the court.
And I don't take kindly to threats either.
Okay. That's why I'm talking to you, sir. I'm not trying.
Well, him.
Okay,
Him.
I know, and I can't. Okay, I'm just. This is me talking now. All right.
I got you, man.
Okay.
I
But
got
if
you.
you talk.
Hey, excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be. But that guy right there pisses me off.
We're getting.
We're just here for a list.
That's
okay.
all right.
Like you explained, she's got multiple felony warrants.
Okay, I got you.
And we can help facilitate her getting to jail so she can take care of what she's got pending.
Right.
I mean, that's what we're here for, brother. We're not here to turn everybody's
Hey,
lives
man,
upside
you
down.
need to back up, man. I'm talking to these guys.
I'm not playing with you. I already talked to Lieutenant. He said to put you in handcuffs.
As they're arresting me for no reason. She's still not opening the door.
That's fine. We have every right to go inside.
So break it down and see what happens. I'll sue you. I'll sue you. I'll sue you, man.
You want to get him a pair of shoes?
No, Ed, don't open the door. F it. I'll go on. No. See, don't open the door. F it. No, Ed, don't open the door.
Put them in the back of my car.
Well, I want to explain something. Alyssa has multiple felony warrants. This is the address she listed. I get it, and I get.
I
what
can't
you
help
said.
she listed the f***ing address.
I know.
It's not her address.
I know, and I get that you're saying that she's not here. What's your name?
I'm done talking.
Okay.
Am I under arrest?
When he first asked the cops why he was being arrested, they told him it was for obstructing the police. Here we go. First off, any cop with a sense of duty would know that obstructing the police is technically a secondary charge, and you can't just arrest someone on that basis alone. Secondly, just because a man is standing up for his family and their rights doesn't mean he's obstructing anything. At some point, these cops became just cops who realized they couldn't escape justice, but it was too late to undo everything they had already done. Of course, they just could have apologized and moved on with their day and duties, but it seems like a mission impossible in their minds. They were stuck in a tough spot, realizing that their actions weren't justifiable, yet not knowing how to gracefully exit the situation they created.
Right now you are.
Oh, okay. So,
You want to swing your feet in?
hold on. Am I under arrest for what?
Obstruction.
Obstruction or what?
Because
I didn't do
we're
anything.
lawfully executing a warrant.
The search warrant is not for the house.
It's for a person
not for
with
the
a
house.
listed
It's
address.
not for the
If
house.
you know the laws, then you know
it's,
that we have every legal right to go in there.
But she doesn't live here. So
Okay.
you have no
So
legal right.
You know how many times we've heard that?
She has no legal right. She doesn't live there.
Okay.
You have
this is
no
the address
legal right.
This is the address she listed.
Well, can't help what she had. She could list in the goddamn courthouse where you guys
Let
gonna
me
go in
go
there.
talk to them.
See what I'm saying,
Let me
dude?
go talk to them, okay? I'm gonna go talk to them, okay? Let me just talk to them for a minute. What did you find out?
I talked to LT,
Yeah.
and he said, in his mind, there's only one reason why they won't let you in.
Right.
So, other than there being difficulty, he said, do what you got to do. Try to talk your way in, but if you got to boot in the door, you got to boot in the door, is what he said.
Hey, Ben. I don't know. It's up to you. Catch her another day.
What's ridiculous? Because we have,
It's up to you. I'm gonna let you make the call. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm going to take him to jail. This is crap,
Are you going in the residence to look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Alyssa Clark has 4 warrants, 1 felony, 3 gross misdemeanor. The address on the warrants is listed at this address. KK Karan is a Kier. Chiron Kier, yeah. He's not allowing us in there, so I put him in handcuffs. And then Andrea is inside, and she won't let us in. She locked the door. So, still there? Hello? Okay. No.
But let's get back to our story. While the man was in the car, his wife locked herself and their son inside their house, refusing to let the cops in. Despite this, the cops stayed there and kept banging on the door. The wife really wanted to know why her husband was being arrested, and the cops confidently told her it was for obstructing them. In the end, the woman had to communicate with the cops from a window because her 5-year-old son was terrified. One of the cops tried to play the good guy, speaking kindly to the little boy and even telling the mom he didn't want to scare him. But honestly, dickhead, what do you expect? His actions are hardly matched with his words. He's banging on a door like a frickin' madman, forcing the mother to barricade herself inside while the dad was whisked away in a cop car. It's a wonder they thought they hadn't scared the boy already.
Alyssa Clark. Yes. I even printed it out and gave it to Karan Kier. He said, that's a body only warrant. That's for her, not for this residence. I said, this is the residence that's on that warrant. And it even has it on it. But I printed it out for him. And then he said he's suing if we go into his house. Well, I told him that he's under arrest for obstruction.
Under arrest for what?
So.
Hey, you know you're breaking our civil rights, right? If I let you know,
Okay.
You know
All right.
breaking our civil rights.
All right. Thanks.
Stop blacking your cam too. You know this is special interest, Ben?
Hello. No, not yet. I was talking to Todd, and he told me to give the county attorney a call. I don't know.
Let's go peek through the window.
Felony receiving stolen property, and 3 gross misdemeanors, 1 for 5th degree, and 2 for false name, date of birth. This is just a registered address.
39 and 46, your status of Walmart.
492.
Then the cop returned to the window and asked the woman if he could come in. However, she didn't want to do anything that her husband wouldn't agree with, so the cops decided to leave her be and head back to their car to regroup and chat with the husband again. This whole situation just goes to show the tension and confusion that can erupt when cops don't handle things smoothly or with clear communication. It leaves everyone on edge, wives, kids, and even neighbors who might be watching the drama unfold from their own windows.
Good morning. Good morning.
And KK is heated and has been recording us the whole time.
Is your boy okay? He's
No,
not.
He's actually scared of Ben. You don't like
Okay,
Ben.
well, he's okay, though. I mean, he's not.
Yeah, he's right.
All right. What's up, little buddy? How you doing? I'm Jason. What's your name?
Tell him who's all in there. You came home. You came home? Where's Lisa at? Doctor, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thanks, buddy.
Her heart beeping, huh?
Well, I hope she's all right.
No, she's not gonna be right. She's stupid.
All right. Well, he's on the phone right now. I'm just trying to.
Hey, Jason, I'm on the phone with the county attorney.
What's her name?
My name?
Oh, county attorney name.
Oh,
Is it Jennifer Knudsen? Because you got special interest too.
I don't know who he's talking.
Why not be Knudsen? Because it's pretty stupid if it is.
Why?
Because she has special interest on KK.
Norman
Oh,
County
really?
has confirmed, and we need to place a hold on.
I don't want. Last thing I want to scare your little boy. Okay.
I didn't catch it.
I don't want to come in there. You know what I mean?
I know. When you gotta let you guys in, but I gotta talk to KK first. You let you guys in.
Well, you know he don't. He already said no.
Okay, sounds good. All right. County attorney gave me an okay, and he's going to jail.
For what?
Obstruction.
Obstruction? How can you be obstruction? She's not even here. She's obstructed.
No, we have a warrant to come into this residence.
Work the body.
Okay, so I need you to open.
Oh, now you turn it on. Now you turn it on when you record the conversation, you fucking bitch. How about I don't want you in my house. I'll have him.
Can you open it and let me in?
I told him, have him say it's okay.
It ain't gonna matter to him. Neither we.
It is. It's fucking
Yeah, but we're gonna kick.
Let
Let me go talk to him. I'll go talk to him.
These cops approached the man to ask if they could enter his house, but the man stood his ground, refusing to change his mind. One of the cops then started to threaten him, saying he'd break into that house if the man didn't get his wife to let him in. Despite this, the man shouted from the car, telling his wife not to let them in. But this cop, perhaps feeling a little empowered because the wife and child were scared, made a terrible decision. He grabbed a tool to break into their house. Honestly, he probably thought he was in the right because they were scared, but really, he was just making a massive mistake. He tried to pick the lock on the inner door, but luckily, he was so inept that he couldn't manage it. All the while, you could hear the woman and child screaming in fear inside the house. I'm willing to bet this cop got some twisted satisfaction from their fear.
But look, I don't want to break your door.
I'm gonna sue you.
So you're not gonna let me in?
I'm letting you know I'm gonna sue you.
I'm trying to not break your door.
Okay, well do it and I'll sue you.
She said she'll let me, just me in.
Do it and I'll sue you.
She said she needs you to give permission.
Do it and I'll sue you.
Will you give her permission? Just
do
me.
it and I will sue you.
Just me, and I won't take the other guys in.
Do it and I will sue you.
Can you give her permission?
Do it and I will sue you.
Can you give her...
Hey, Ange, no permission!
Did you talk to him?
I agree. My boss is... I mean, is he going to be arrested?
Yep. County attorney said take him to jail.
County attorney said take him to jail?
Yep.
Okay.
And apparently, county attorney said that he can go now.
Then I must have talked to the county attorney and they said to take KK to jail first.
In the end, his attempt to break in failed, and he pretended like it was his decision to stop. The man who stood firm and didn't let them in was taken to jail and spent 3 days there. As for the cops, especially the one who tried to force his way into the house, this incident really sealed their careers. I hope after that man got out of jail, he sued the shit out of them, and that these cops lost their jobs. That's the only acceptable ending to the story given their shitty behavior. It's one of those situations that shows how important it is to hold people accountable for their actions, especially when they misuse their power like that.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
He's standing right by the door.
yeah, I'll just take him to jail. It's obstruction.
When a cop spotted a guy in a parking lot in front of a hotel, he decided to walk up to him and claim that they had a summons for him because he'd been sitting there for 2 hours. First off, it was clear the guy was just fixing something on his car and didn't plan to hang around any longer than necessary. But the cops seem to have concocted the whole summons story on the spot because if there had really been a call, he'd likely have to have more details to share. Then the cop declared the guy would be arrested for trespassing since he didn't have a room at the hotel, which meant, according to the cop, he couldn't use the parking lot. He didn't even let the guy get a word in edgewise and immediately demanded to see some sort of ID. When the guy refused to hand over his ID, the cop asked if he had a warrant out for his arrest. After the guy said no, the cop pulled a sly move, suggesting that if the guy had nothing to hide, he wouldn't mind identifying himself.
Not too bad. Officer Hendricks, Maryville Police Department. Got a call from hotel management.
I was just cleaning my car out.
Gotcha. They said you've been out here for a couple hours. You know.
It ain't been that long.
All right. You got an ID on you, man?
No, I don't. There's no reason to ID me.
Okay. What's your
I'm
name?
not doing anything wrong.
Okay. What's your name?
I'm not going to give you that either.
13. You want to head this way? I mean, we got called on you. You've been out here for 2 hours, which would be. Do you have a room here?
No, I was cleaning out my car.
So that'd be
I just came into
trespassing.
town. I'm getting ready to leave town.
Okay, so that'd be trespassing.
That's not trespassing.
If you don't have a room here,
Trespassing
if you don't have a room here,
sign.
and we got called here,
Trespassing. This is
and we got called here,
public.
so.
Just getting ready to put the oil in my car and leave. See?
Okay. What's your name?
That's all you need.
What's your name? What is your name?
I'm not giving you my name, sir.
Okay. We got.
You have no reason to stop and talk to me.
You got warrants or something?
No, I don't.
Okay. So why don't you give me your name?
Because I don't have to.
Well.
Because I haven't broken any laws. This is America.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thank you for coming to make sure I was doing nothing wrong, which I'm doing nothing wrong. So you can go on with your day. I'm getting ready to leave.
Well, you're not free to leave.
Yeah, I am.
So.
I am free to leave.
What
am I being detained for? What law? What
Well,
law?
they said you were out here for 2 hours.
That doesn't matter what they said.
You don't have a room here, so
That's not
obviously
against the law either.
that would be
This
trespassing.
is public property. I don't see anywhere.
No,
it
it's
says
not
no
public property.
trespassing.
It's
Do you?
private property. The hotel owns this.
Do you see anywhere it says no trespassing?
Hotel owns this.
It doesn't matter. Do you see anywhere?
So it's not public
Do you see
property.
anywhere that it says
So
that?
it's not public property.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Public comes in, don't they? Public goes in there, don't they?
Do you have
This
your
is
ID on
public.
you? You're not gonna ID yourself?
Huh?
I said you're not gonna ID
I
yourself?
haven't done anything wrong, sir. Nothing.
Are you failing to identify?
It's not illegal to fail to identify.
Actually, it is.
I have not broken any laws.
Actually, it is. When I request your
Not giving you
information. Okay.
Thank you, though.
Do you have any weapons on you? Other
Why
than
would I tell you
the
anything?
metal thing that you're holding?
However, choosing not to identify oneself was well within anyone's constitutional rights, as a fact the cop should have been fully aware of since he swore an oath at the start of his career to protect the civil rights of all citizens. When the guy asked if he could leave, the cop told him he couldn't, effectively detaining him without any clear reason. It's really sad to think that the cop probably didn't even understand why either. To top it all off, when the guy wanted to grab his phone from the car to record their interaction, the cop wouldn't let him back into his own vehicle. Can you imagine? It seems like this cop had such a high opinion of himself. He thought that he had the authority to control someone else's property and movements without justification.
Why would I tell you anything? You think you could just identify me?
Okay.
This isn't Germany. This isn't Gestapo. I haven't broke no laws. Leave me the fuck alone.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, I don't understand what this aggression is towards me because I haven't done anything to you.
Question is you keep prying into my questions. I don't have to give you nothing. What's your name?
Okay. Officer Hendricks. I already told you
What's
that.
your address?
I already told. Did I ask for your address?
Yeah, it comes on my ID, don't it?
Oh, I didn't ask for your address,
You ain't
though.
getting mine either.
12 dispatch.
Now, free to go?
No.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're
That's where
not.
you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
No, you're not.
Why am I not free to go? Give me name
You
one
ask
particular
hotel
crime that I
management
committed.
if they want this suspect
Name one.
trespassed. What's that?
Name one. One thing, one crime, one law I just broke.
I told you, trespassing.
There is no trespassing. They didn't come outside and tell me I needed to leave.
Why would
Give me a
they?
warning.
Why would they? I don't blame them for
Exactly.
that. With the
Why
way you're
would
acting.
they? Because it's not a law.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
You know it's not a law, sir. You know it's not a law. And you're breaking my constitutional rights right
No.
now that you took an oath for
No,
and that
I'm
I can
not.
sue you for.
No.
Yeah. So you better go check. Call your sergeant.
How about you not get in that vehicle?
How about you threaten me and
How about you not
put
get in that
hands on me
vehicle?
for no reason?
I will.
Okay?
You're not going to get in that vehicle.
Sir, you're not allowed to do that. Call your
212,
sergeant.
203. I'm
Sergeant. Sergeant.
I'm headed your way.
Back up. Get the
Copy.
fuck out of my space.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Fuck
How about
you.
that?
Get out of my
I don't know
space.
what the hell your problem is.
Get out of my space.
I did not come up to you all aggressive and shit.
Okay, and I
so
said,
the way
no, I'm
you're
not going to
acting-
give you my identity.
Okay.
And I'm getting ready to leave. Did I not?
Except for
now
you're not free
you're
to
causing
leave.
a fucking scene because I'm
Except
about
for
to
you're
get
not free to
loud.
leave. Except for you're not free to leave.
I'm going to record this shit.
Go ahead, man. It's already recorded.
No, I don't fucking trust your fucking cameras.
It's green.
Let me grab
It's
my
recorded.
phone.
You are not grabbing anything out
Sir,
of it. Because
you
I don't know
cannot-
if there's weapons in
This
there.
is my property.
Yeah, except for I don't know if there's weapons in there.
It doesn't matter if there's weapons in there or not.
It
I'm
does.
allowed to fucking have weapons.
No.
Yeah?
I might let
Yeah.
you in there.
Why?
Because I don't know if there's weapons in there.
I'm not breaking any fucking laws, sir. None. I'm
Okay.
free to go.
No, you aren't.
Yes, I am. I haven't done anything.
No, you aren't. I told you, hotel management called and said you've been here for a
That
couple hours.
doesn't mean I broke a law.
It's trespassing.
It's not trespassing, sir. They didn't even
You
come
don't
out
have a
and
room
tell me
here.
anything. So, no. No name. No nothing. Not cooperating. I do not consent. I'm free to go. Because you're not broken any laws.
Well, this
Thank
is the
you.
sergeant right here.
Have I broken any laws? No.
However, the only detail the cop kept repeating was that the guy had been parked there for 2 hours, as if that was somehow relevant or important here. Honestly, how did the cop even know how long the guy had been there? It wouldn't surprise me if the cop took all this time to watch him for 2 full hours, marking it all down because obviously he had nothing better to do. When the guy pointed out that the cops had no right to hassle him, it seemed to bruise their egos so much that they slapped handcuffs on him just to search him, all without a warrant or his consent. Of course, they didn't find his ID on him, so they decided to go through his car as well. You know, these guys really blew things out of proportion just because a guy was fixing his car in a parking lot.
Okay, so we just got
I
a
do
call
not
from
have to
hotel
consent, do
management
I?
that he's been out here changing
forcing me to
clothes,
not
messing
leave
with
my
his car.
My
The plate
property.
doesn't
Get
check
your
back
hands
to
off
him.
my property, as a matter of fact.
He said he's been out here for 2 hours just changing
I
clothes,
didn't say
messing
that.
around.
They
you know.
said that.
He just said he doesn't have a room here.
You can
So-
see all the trash in the damn dumpster I just threw in there.
Okay.
That's
So,
all I was doing, was cleaning out my
You're not
damn
supposed
car.
to use public dumpsters to dump your crap in.
Oh, now it's a public dumpster.
So, I mean,
I haven't done anything wrong, sir. All I did was say, no, I'm not going to give him my name. I'm not doing anything wrong. I just put oil in my car. I'm just hitting the highway to leave. Period.
Okay, well, so far what you have is they've been called here for a lawful reason. Okay,
What law?
I'm going to talk. They're talking about something. They've got a concern. You just said you illegally dumped. So now
That's not illegal.
it is because you didn't rent a room here. You don't have a right to put your stuff, and they pay for that dumpster to get dumped.
That's
no,
not,
you're not
that's
talking
not
over
illegal.
me. I guarantee you it is.
It's not
I
illegal.
understand.
Show me the law.
We'll show you at the station. You either
No.
identify yourself or they'll take you into custody. You decide.
You cannot kidnap me. I haven't broken any laws. That's against my
That's the
constitution.
way it's going to go.
No,
12
you're not.
dispatch. What did the hotel
That's against
management
my
say?
Constitution, sir.
Hook him up.
No.
Turn around.
No,
Put
sir.
your hands behind your back. Get your
Don't
hands out of your
fucking get
pocket.
so fucking violent, dude. Why you want to get fucking violent? Okay? Okay? Fuck! You guys are fucking asshole fucks.
This
you
was
grab my
very
phone,
simple.
please, sir?
No, this was very simple. All you do is
What
comply.
was simple about it? What did I do wrong? Nothing. I didn't do a fucking thing wrong. So y'all are illegal search. I do not consent.
That's fine.
Quit fucking spitting in my
put
fucking
your
face, motherfucker.
fucker. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, you fucking young little bitch. I ain't fucking doing anything wrong, sir. You wanna know my name?
If you-
Raymond fucking Grove.
Okay, you keep acting like this.
Now get my fucking cuffs off me.
Go ahead.
Do you have ID on it?
Fuck you.
There's no ID. It's probably in the
I don't
car.
have an ID. I'm homeless, you fuck.
You feel better about yourself?
Do you?
213 dispatch, we got one in custody.
No, that's not the way it goes.
That is the way it fucking
It was
goes.
a simple check.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
said
you could have
and I
complied.
said,
It would have
I
been
don't
different.
have to comply.
Well, obviously you do. You're in handcuffs, aren't you?
Yeah, because you're a fucking goddamn Gestapo tyrant.
You better stop it now. I'm not messing with you.
Fuck you, bitch.
You better stop.
I ain't done nothing. Not swung one time.
Are those double locked yet?
Yeah, they're double locked.
Double lock.
Yep.
Okay, whose car is he going in? Okay, let's go.
You got no reason for this. You better have a goddamn ticket for this. You better have a fucking ticket for this.
Quit trying to pinch me.
I'm not trying to pinch you, you
trying to
fucking
pinch me.
douchebag.
Meanwhile, real criminals are out there, but it feels like the police spend more time on people who haven't done anything wrong except stand up for themselves. The guy started yelling at the cops because he was upset, and who could blame him? Most of us would probably feel the same way in this situation, but instead of calming things down, These dirty cops took it as a cue to escalate things even further and hauled him off to a police car to take him to jail. He was planning on suing all the officers involved for their actions. I bet they won't find it so amusing then. It's a clear case of power being misused. And it's about time that behavior like this is challenged and dealt with accordingly.
What are you trying to break my wrist?
Quit trying to pinch me then.
How the fuck am I pinching you, motherfucker? You're a fucking pussy, dude. You're a fucking pussy.
Get in the car.
Get in the car now.
Oh, wow. You guys are so tough. I do not consent to shit.
You don't have to.
Good.
That's noted.
When you get me down to the station, when you let me out, because I ain't breaking any laws.
Quit, sir. Quit
You're resisting arrest now, so you're actually going to go to jail. You better quit. You understand? You're making it a lot worse on yourself.
Do it, sir. Come on.
Do it.
Do it.
You're gonna fuck up, dude. I'm getting you guys for this shit. That's fine.
Put your elbow in my chest, please.
No, you turn your head that way and don't worry
Fucking
about it.
I got it.
elbow out of my
I got his head.
motherfucking neck.
Quit.
I'm not doing anything.
Thanks.
Is that car on checked in?
Nope.
You haven't anything?
I know.
We haven't even had a chance to run him.
Raymond Gross, I know what he said, so.
213 dispatch. We got an individual, last name of Gross, George Robert, Ocean, Sam. First name is Raymond. See if we can maybe try scanning him out. We're going to look for an ID. Copy.
So, I mean, we're going to tow the vehicle.
Dispatch, also, if you could advise hotel manager to step outside here to us, please.
I pulled up and saw you, and I was like, someone else here, okay.
Copy, I will contact maintenance.
We have management coming out here. So.
Step out, so.
You don't have to be a legal expert to know that you aren't required to show your ID to cops if you haven't broken any laws. Yet it seems like a lot of cops struggle to grasp this simple fact. There was this cop who thought that just because he saw a man taking pictures in public, he had the right to demand his ID. The cop needed to understand that he didn't have any special authority over citizens just because he was in uniform. He even said he had no problem telling people his name, which is exactly how it should be. He's a public servant after all, and part of his job is to identify himself while he's on duty. On the other hand, this rule does not apply to ordinary folks. But then the cop claimed he didn't understand what was happening or why the man was taking pictures. Well, it should have been pretty obvious. A guy in public with a camera is probably just taking photos. I get that cops want to feel powerful and authoritative, but they really shouldn't have to make such a big deal out of constitutionally protected activities. It's about respecting people's rights and understanding that not every situation calls for an authoritative intervention. Just let the man take his pictures in peace.
I didn't give it. Why would you need my ID? Why? Do I have to show you my ID? I mean, if I have to show you my ID, then I will. Am I required to show ID? Because you asked, I'm required to show ID? I know, I understand that, but am I required? I just want to get that straight because I don't want to break the law. I'm required based on what circumstance? No, let's talk about the requirement. Based on what specifications am I required to give you my ID? Right. Do you have authority to identify me? I just want seriously. Under what provisions? Committing a crime, about to commit a crime, or in the process of committing a crime. So, no. Am I required to ID to you? You just said you don't have any proper cause. Am I required to ID? See, words matter, especially to people who don't know. So I'm asking you, am I required to give you my ID? But you said yes. Right. But I guarantee you, no, wait. I guarantee you, without words, you can honestly see what's going on. You can tell me what's going on without me using words. You see a camera, you see me standing on a public sidewalk, and you see all this stuff that I can photograph. Now, what do you think is going on? Put all that together, what do you think is going on? Do you see a law being broken? Is there a law you need to enforce? Right. Right. What? But you're required to give me your name. So, are you feelings police? Are you the feelings enforcer or a law enforcer? Are you a feelings enforcer or a law enforcer? Do you enforce feelings or law? Did you tell them I have every right to do this? Did you? That'll ease their discomfort if you tell them, hey, he has every right to do this. He's a law-abiding citizen. He's not breaking the law. And my job as a law enforcer is to enforce the law. If there's no law to be enforced, I have no...
However, this cop thought he had a good excuse to confront the man. He claimed he needed to identify himself because some people around the city were uncomfortable with the man filming them. But just because someone feels uneasy doesn't mean another person has to stop filming and surrender their rights. If people are that sensitive, maybe they shouldn't be out in public to start with. The man made a solid point to the cop, telling him that he can't protect someone's feelings at the expense of someone else's civil rights. After all, they're called law enforcement officers, not feeling enforcement officers. But it seemed like this cop just didn't get what the man was saying. Not long after, more cops showed up as backup, of course. Among them was a female cop who initially pretended to identify herself. But when she heard her colleagues reluctantly giving out their names and badge numbers, she decided to follow suit and kept quiet too. And that's not even the worst part. The first cop who approached the man had parked his car smack dab in the middle of the sidewalk, completely blocking the road and the sidewalk just to walk up to a man with a camera. Now that doesn't make much sense, does it? You just know these same cops wouldn't hesitate to ticket a regular citizen who left their car parked like that. It makes you wonder who told these cops that they get to play by different rules than everyone else. Most offenders, including this one, act as if there are no consequences for their actions. I would have loved to see the looks on their faces when they realized that just isn't the case.
Tell them. No, don't tell me. You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir right now. Tell them. They should have stayed home, right? If they feel uncomfortable in public, they should have stayed home. See, I'm not going to bend to the government's will for me to provide them information. I'm not going to do that. I'm not breaking the law. I'm doing something that's constitutionally protected. I'm a journalist. I have the freedom of press. Now, you're giving me 21 questions about something where you see no law being broken. And I don't understand that where the resources are being used at right now. When there's people out there that honestly probably need you. And then I want to address this, man. Come on. If you would saw me do this, you'll write me a ticket. Especially parking on the sidewalk like this. There's no emergency lights on. There's no legitimate reason for you to be parked in such a manner. Other than you guys are above the law. And she's doing the same. Any particular reason why you guys are parked on the sidewalk? What's your name and your badge number? It's in your policy, deputy. You're on the scene, name and badge number. No, I don't know what that's. I'm visually impaired. What, can you enunciate it for me? That's all. Was that so hard? What's your name and your badge number?
Deputy Jensen, 0241.
Thank you. Your name and your badge number? Thank you. You guys can 10-8. He already determined there's no probable cause, there's no law being broken. You guys can 10-8. I know, but you guys can 10-8. There's crimes being committed. Are you the feelings enforcer or a law enforcer? Are you a feelings enforcer or a law enforcer? I don't care. I feel uncomfortable with all these people around me with guns. Are you going to do anything about that? Me being uncomfortable with all you guys with guns around me? No? You're not going to do anything about that, Thornton? Can you help me on that? I'm uncomfortable. All you guys got guns. He's willing to do something for them. They're uncomfortable and I have no gun. So can I get something done for me? I'm uncomfortable. Does that matter? Does my comfortability matter? I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. But I'm uncomfortable with all these people with guns around me. If they're uncomfortable with a camera, how do you think I feel with guns? So you guys can 10-8. Let's make everybody comfortable. You guys can go and I'll be okay. Right.
Since these cops often disregard other people's feelings now that it suits them, the man seized the moment to point out to the cop that he too felt uncomfortable surrounded by many officers armed with guns and weapons that could potentially be used against him. He then asked the cop what he planned to do about that. This left everyone there in silence. Why weren't his feelings as important as those random people who were bothered by his camera? I mean, the cop was the first to err by approaching the man in the first place. If it was true that he received complaints, all he needed to do was to explain to those people that no matter how uncomfortable they felt, neither he nor any other cop could do anything legally because the man wasn't breaking any laws. The cops remained silent, so the man took it upon himself to educate them further. He pointed out that if they wanted to identify someone, they needed to have reasonable suspicion first. However, the police were still speechless, as if they had never heard of such a rule. The man explained that they needed to be certain that he had committed a crime or was about to commit one, and only in that scenario did they have the right to ask for his ID. Therefore, they stopped talking to him, but not without already threatening his civil rights, and for that, we can look forward to them losing their qualified immunity. However, they probably weren't even aware of this because, as we've seen, they often think there are no consequences for their actions.
So my comfort doesn't matter. My discomfort doesn't matter, but nobody mentioned a crime to you and you're telling me their discomfort. What about, I'm telling you I'm discomfort, and you're not caring about that. Because an agency, well not this particular agency, but a profession that is known to kill people that look like me is standing within arm's distance of me with weapons. So I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. Because my life is 6 times more likely to be taken by you guys than anybody else. That makes me very uncomfortable. So you guys can 10-8. There isn't a law being broken. Somebody right now is in trouble. But you guys are here to a public photographer who hasn't been on their property, who hasn't broken one law. Because if I had broken the law, I wouldn't be standing here holding this camera having this discussion with you. Are you guys looking for a crime now? Again, without me telling you what's going on, what do your eyes decipher me doing? You don't have to read mine. You can read actions. There's a law-abiding citizen standing on public property, holding a recording device, exercising the First Amendment to the United States Constitution of freedom of press. He's not breaking any laws, and you guys want to know what I'm doing. Where in the Constitution does it tell me that I have to tell you what I'm doing? There's the questioning. I told him before you got here, words matter. He told me that I'm required to identify to him, as if I don't know Florida statute 901.151. Which I will not identify. Now I'm flat out refusing to. Is that against the law? Is that obstruction? Because in order to ID me, you need probable cause of a crime being committed, about to be committed, or have been committed. In order for me, a Floridian, a taxpaying citizen, to relinquish my Fourth Amendment right to you. Do you have any of that? It's a yes or no. You want me to answer your questions, but you won't answer mine. It's a yes or no. Do you have any of that?
These cops said they understood the man now. But if that were really true, they would have apologized, turned around, and left. Since they obviously didn't get it, the man pointed out that just because they felt a certain way, it didn't mean his rights could be ignored. Was that so hard to grasp? These cops acted as if a camera was a weapon, even though he wasn't even taking pictures or recording anyone. He was just enjoying a walk around the city. Realizing they couldn't escape justice, the only thing left for the cops to do was to keep quiet and wait for a chance to slink away from this man as quickly as possible, hoping they'd never run into him again. These cops realized they couldn't escape the justice, recognizing that their approach had been wrong from the start, and they now had to deal with the awkwardness of their mistake.
I feel like you answered when you asked me, what am I doing? You didn't know.
We're on the same level right now.
Okay. Why we still here? Why we still here?
Contact with you, I asked you, sir, tell me your name so I can register by your name.
Good citizen. Good citizen. Good citizen. It doesn't matter. I'm not required to get a government my name. This isn't Russia. I don't care about those patients. I don't care. Where their feelings start, my rights doesn't end. Where their feelings begin, my rights don't end. Now, I gave you Florida statute. I told you about the Fourth Amendment. You see I'm not breaking the law. Why you got, okay, I'm not detained, am I? Am I detained? I'm not detained? Okay, because you guys are half circling me. I don't like that. No, I'm not leaving. I just don't like to be half circled like that. You guys think I'm wasting time and I'm being silly, but I'm not. I'm standing up for the oath I took. That's what should happen to the camera. People should be silly in front of the camera. Don't think people are trying to hurt people. How many cameras did you guys pass by getting here? So sometimes I wonder, is it the camera or is it the man with the camera? I know. I'm not blaming you guys. I'm not blaming you guys. If the job has been done right, I applaud it. But when the job has been done to manipulate, I'm going to push back on it. Right? I'm going to push back. You guys are going to see the video. And I asked him several times, am I required to give you my ID? Him thinking I don't know, said, yeah, I'm required. I know. Hey, I believe you're a good deal. I believe Tony don't hire nothing but the best. So I need you guys to be that way. I'm going to tell you what she looks like. Light-skinned Rihanna. You're a light-skinned Rihanna. Or maybe it's a compliment to Rihanna.